Jean-Claude Todibo to Manchester United transfer is off. The story has been broken by Fabrizio Romano earlier this evening. That the transfer is totally off, and the reasons are really gonna be sounded to you loud and clear onto this channel known as the United Matters channel. We are having Victor Lindelof, obviously Jose Mourinho pushing to say it that this guy really joins the side of Fenerbahçe, where he was announced the new manager, and David Moyes flashes back at how he made a decision to obviously join the club of Manchester United. Does he regret or not? You are gonna be late known in the nick of time. Let's see, close to 200 likes, splash likes, smashing this video. Don't forget to subscribe so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And this is the channel that brings you United news only. And this is what we do on this channel, and we obviously bring you the best of the best that you guys really deserve. Now, Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me already onto this channel, and this is the second video of the day. And an hour after this video is gonna to be uploaded, we are gonna be coming in through to obviously do a live video and really have a chat one-on-one and see what your thoughts are about the ongoings at the club of Manchester United, letting you know that a lot is really being worked on by Ineos. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. It's Thursday in my country already, 20th of June 2024, and let's continue to subscribe because we want to hit 20,000 subscribers, guys, before the end of this month, and let's really make it happen in here. Now, Fabrizio Romano has told us that Jean-Claude Todibo to Man United is currently off and highly unlikely due to UEFA Europa rules. Talks were advanced with all parties keen for months, but Nice and United playing the same European competition next season means no green lights. And he added on and said, Man United is currently off and highly unlikely. Talks were advanced, alright, and no green light. Looks like it's the same story that I went ahead obviously put up. So Fabrizio Romano has broken this story because United were so much reluctant on to getting into Todibo because they knew to it that all was well with them, but it has gone ahead to shock them that UEFA has told them that that deal cannot obviously be given green light because these two teams are going to be playing in the same tournament, that is the UEFA Europa League. And this is where you ask yourselves that UEFA, how do they really act? And I'm really so much perturbed with how UEFA are doing their stuff, because at this juncture you cannot come out and tell a club like Man United that you're not going to go in for Todibo. You get? And what does it mean if at all you're going to be playing the same tournament? Alright, I've bought Todibo from Nice. He's going to be a Manchester United player, and because Nice and Man United are under the same ownership, how does it really affect us? You understand? How does it really affect how does it affect Todibo from coming to Manchester United? This is where I went really mad and asked, if you allowed these two teams to play in the same tournament, the reason being that Nice had told you that there's one turn off from owning this club, you understand, then why do you then have to come and tell us that Man United is not eligible to get in Jean-Claude Todibo because of that situation? And it's really very bad that UEFA is doing this. But also you can as well look into Ineos and ask them that, didn't they know these rules of UEFA? Didn't they know them? Maybe they thought that United could qualify for the Champions League, and trust me, the chances were there for United to qualify for the Champions League. And even when we are going to play into the FA Cup finale, Ineos never thought that Erik ten Hag is gonna beat Man City. That is it. And they are like, we'll be playing in the Conference League and we'll be getting Todibo. Maybe that was their thought, but UEFA needs obviously be serious. You understand? They need to be serious on what they're really doing. You get? So I find it very disturbing, and now it's really gonna disrupt the transfer window of Manchester United, because if you're not getting Todibo, that means we can even pull out the deal of Gerard Braithwaite, because Man United were of a plan. We go in for a 50 million deal, guaranteed fees plus add-ons, and we are going to be paying close to £30 million for Todibo, meaning that £80 million get into central defenders and move on Lindelof and Harry Maguire. You understand? That was the plan of Manchester United. Now, the next player we can look at to come into the club of Manchester United is what's his name? Is sorry about that. The guy is called Matthias de Ligt, and Matthias de Ligt goes for £42 million, and that means United will be spending 12 more on what they would have gone ahead to be spending on Todibo. So we wait and see how that pans out. It's really going to be a decision taken by Manchester United on whether to really understand on whether they should get in with Matthias de Ligt and Gerard Braithwaite or not. But it's really hard, and I tell you what, I saw this story in the morning and I asked myself, why is Todibo being linked to Aston Villa? You get? And it was really put to our know by Foot Mercato that Aston Villa is now seen as the likeliest Premier League destination for Jean-Claude Todibo, not Manchester United, meaning that they had smelled the rat, but they never went ahead, obviously, understand why it was like that, and it was written all over the wall to Fabrizio Romano's team, and that's why Fabrizio Romano came up and obviously said it's the case. And I've gone ahead to see United being linked to another central defender in France, meaning that Ineos might have gone ahead to be scouting in other players. You get? So even Thuram, who plays for Nice, that means cannot come to Manchester United, but we wait and see whether United can really bend these rules, because UEFA is a side that can be challenged at any point, and maybe they'll allow us to obviously get in Jean-Claude Todibo, because I'm gonna be feeling pissed and agitated when I see Jean-Claude Todibo playing for Aston Villa. Guys, I'm gonna be pissed a lot seeing him playing for Aston Villa. It's really gonna be a huge pain in my ass. That is it. So let's wait and see how that pans out, but that leaves us with options of Gay. Obviously, Gay goes for £60+ million. Then the other player is Matthias de Ligt, is another one. There is Upamecano, who wants out. There is Goncalo Inacio, Lenny Yoro, who really believes he's gonna be going to Real Madrid. And which other central defender can United look at? You know, Chalobah. I think the reason as to why I was so much linked to Chalobah was because Ineos were in negotiations with Thomas Tuchel, and Thomas Tuchel was like, Chalobah should be the central defender I'm getting in the club of Manchester United. You understand? So I think ever since that conversation fell off in between Manchester United and Tuchel, you never had Chalobah into the rumors leading him to the club of Manchester United. So we wait and see how that pans out. But for the defenders, there is even Bremer, who plays for Juventus, and we're here waiting to see how this is really going to pan out. But I'm 100% sure we are going to be bringing in two central defenders. That means we are going to be saying bye-bye to some central defenders, and one of those looks like to be a Victor Lindelof. And a story coming in through from Portugal really telling us exactly what Lindelof is all about. That, understand, Fenerbahçe Istanbul is indeed interested in Victor Lindelof, with Manchester United would also be open to sell the 29-year-old, whose contract is valid until 2025. If Lindelof were to leave, it could mean Man United will sign two central defenders. Now we know that Man United wants to sign two central defenders because their intent was to bring in two, and that means others have to leave. With Rafael Varane leaving, they need to obviously replace him and obviously get out one defender and get out other two and really get in one, because when you get in two more, you'll be adding them to John Evans, Camboala, and Lisandro Martinez. You'll be having a set of 5 central defenders that can take us through the season. And one thing that people haven't gonna hate to pay a lot of attention to detail to is that United needing a left back, that doesn't mean that they're going to sell Luke Shaw and Malacia, meaning that they're looking at Luke Shaw as a player who can also be played in the left side of the centre back, meaning that they would love to see it that if at all they get an injury in the central defense, someone can cover up, and even if they get an injury into the left back, someone can come up and really cover up. But for Victor Lindelof, for me, I think if I'm to sell, I sell Harry Maguire first. Lindelof earns like £120,000 a week. You understand? Harry Maguire earns £200,000 a week. You understand? So, if you sold Rafael Varane because of the amount of money he's at, not sold, if you let him go on a free because of the amount of money he's at the club of Manchester United, that means you should also let this guy go because he earns £200,000 a week and is 31 years of age, you know, meaning that next year Lindelof will be 30 and we will be having a lot to do with him. And for me, I can even give Lindelof a three-year contract such that I can sell him at like £20 million next summer. You understand? Then for Harry Maguire, I sell him this summer to obviously pave way for others to come in through. But wait and see how that pans out. Who is really going to be sold and who is going to be kept? The Lord God knows better, and Ineos know better about this. But Lindelof will be joining Jose Mourinho if at all this deal comes to materialization, as Jose Mourinho is the manager of Fenerbahçe. And remember, Jose Mourinho is the manager that signed Lindelof to the club of Manchester United, I think, in 2018 from Benfica, and is really hugely pushing to see to it that he signs him. And I think Fenerbahçe is gonna be playing also in the Champions League, because I think this time round they are gonna be really getting in 2 or 3 teams, as the number of teams that play in the Champions League have gonna have to be increased and the format has gonna have to change, and very soon we'll be coming to reveal to you what format is gonna be played in the Champions League. Now let's go to David Moyes, the person who succeeded Sir Alex Ferguson. He said there was so many of the big clubs speaking to me quietly and asking what I was doing, and it was only the Man United one which tipped me off. I had no choice, and I know it was Sir Alex Ferguson that we talked to him. And by the way, if you're a manager like David Moyes, for the experience he had in the Premier League, I think went ahead to make the right choice. He went ahead to really make he went ahead to obviously make the right choice, right? He went ahead to obviously make the right choice, and making the right choice, I think it was time for him to come in through and really play for the club of Manchester United, right? And him coming in through to play for the club of Manchester United has always gone ahead to obviously result into better and better and better and better and better stuff, but it backfired and he never lasted a season for the club of Manchester United. For any information, he never really accomplished even that season. So guys, may the living to God bless you abundantly, and Rock and David remains my name. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about 1. David Moyes and what he says. He never looked back when he was making a decision to Manchester United. Did he need to look back? And secondly, what, right? What do you make about Todibo transfer off to Manchester United? We don't know whether it will resurrect, but the rules of UEFA have gone ahead obviously call it off. And lastly, what do you make about Lindelof being linked to Fenerbahçe? I'm out. Good night to those going to bed, and good morning to those that have gone ahead obviously wake up. Bye bye.